All right, today's lesson is chapter 3, lesson 3, and it's all about slope. So I want you to think about if you were riding a bicycle. Sometimes you can go down a hill and it's just a little bit of a hill. Sometimes you can go down a hill and it's a really steep hill. Sometimes you can go up a hill that's not too bad. Sometimes you can go up a hill that's really steep and hard to ride that bike. Sometimes you can go on something that's completely flat. These are all different examples, different slopes. Some of these are positive, some are negative, some are large numbers, some are small numbers. All right, there are 4 categories. We can have a positive slope, a negative slope, no slope, and undefined slope. I'm going to draw them, and I want you to notice from left to right. So I'm going to draw the positive slope. It's going to start down here in the bottom and watch as it gets bigger, bigger, bigger. That's a positive slope. Whenever you look at the slope, you always start on the left. You go left to right. Left to right, this guy is getting bigger. Negative slope would start high and fall down. That guy's negative. No slope is completely horizontal. Undefined slope is completely vertical. Positive, negative, no slope, undefined. So you got to memorize these 4. Just put them to memory. Positive goes uphill. Negative goes downhill. You can't start down here and say, oh, that's uphill too. No, it's not. Left to right. This is the left part of the graph. The left part of the graph, it falls down. Here's the left part of the graph. It rises up. Positive, negative. No slope, undefined slope. Okay, here's another way of thinking of it. This positive slope would mean you'd have a positive number on the top of a fraction and another positive number on the bottom. 2 positives make a positive, but 2 negatives also make a positive. So if the number on top is negative and the other number is negative, that's positive. So I did those in purple to match the purple. Negative slope, you're going to have 1 positive and 1 negative, and it doesn't matter if the positives on top or the positives on bottom, negatives on the bottom, negatives on the top. This doesn't matter. This is a negative slope. No slope would have a 0 on top of any number. Undefined would have any number on top of a 0. So if the 0's here, no slope. If the 0's here, undefined slope. All of this information is something you have to put into memory. So maybe for the next test or quiz, this is something you could make flashcards for and draw this on the front of your flashcard and this on the back. Say what kind of slope? Positive slope. What kind of slope? Negative slope. If the numbers are both positive, positive slope. So this kind of stuff is just memorizing. Think about a coordinate grid. When you go up, those are positive numbers. When you go to the right, those are positive numbers. When you go down, those are negative y's. When you go left, aren't those negative x's? So I want you to think about the rules there. If you're going to go up, that's a positive number. If you're going to go to the right, that's a positive number. If you're going to go left, that's a negative number. And if you go down, that's a negative number. All right, let's take a look at some lines on coordinate grids and figure out their slope. All right, let's look at this blue line. If I'm going to find the slope, first of all, I know that it's negative because if I start on the left, it's going skiing downhill, riding the bike downhill. So I know that when I'm done, I better have a negative answer. Okay, to find the slope, you always want to do rise over run. That's how math people will talk about it, rise over run. So if I'm going to go from dot number 1 to dot number 2, I'm going to rise. Well, I did a rise Quit thinking about my colors. I'm just going to have to use purple or pink, but it's not going to mean anything. Okay, I did a rise of +1. We said up was going positive. I did a run of left 1. So let's talk about that again. I went up, which is positive. I went left, which is negative. Rise and then run. Rise is +1, run is -1. Overall, that's a -1. So this line has a slope of -1. But you could also look at this differently. You could say, Miss Beanhart, I want to go from dot 2, I want to start at this dot, and I want to go to dot 1. You don't have to start at dot 1 and go to 2. We could even go from this dot down to this dot. Or we can go from this dot to this dot to this dot. It makes no difference. Let's go from dot 2 to dot 1. I need to rise. I'm rising down, which makes no sense grammatically, but that's just how math people talk about it. I rise in a -1 direction because I'm going down. Then I run. Running is sideways. I run to the right 1. To the right is positive. 1 negative, 1 positive is still -1. So it doesn't matter if I go up and left or down and right. I'm going up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, or down 1, right 1. If I have 1 positive and 1 negative, it's overall a negative slope, and this is a -1. All right, let's look at this line. Overall, is it positive or negative? It's a negative slope. So when I'm done, I better have a negative answer. Let's go from dot 1 to dot 2, and then we'll do it reverse again. From dot 1, I have to go vertically first. So I'm going to go in a downwards direction, which is negative, and I went down 3 boxes. Now I have to go sideways. I'm going to go sideways 1 box. I went sideways to the right 1. 1 positive, 1 negative, -3. Now you could do it the other direction. Let's say I start at this dot, and I rise upwards. That means I'm going +3, but then I'm running backwards 1, -1. 1 positive, 1 negative is still negative. So it doesn't matter how I do it, my slope is -3. Let's look at the 2 pictures. If you were riding down this on a bike, riding down this hill, riding down this hill. This one's not as steep, therefore the answer is -1. This one is much more steep, that's why it's a 3. -3. It's negative because it's downhill, and a 3 in this case is more steep than a 1. All right, let's look at this green line. If I start on the left side of this line, I'm going uphill. I'm riding my bike up the hill. So overall, I know it better be positive. Let's pick dot 1 and dot 2. Doesn't matter which dots you pick. Remember, you have to rise before you run. So we're going to go vertically. I went vertically +2 because it was an up direction. Now I go horizontally. Horizontally to the right, 3. 2 positives make a positive, good. So my final answer is 2/3. This has a slope of 2/3. Now let's say that you wanted to go the other way. So I'm going to erase this. Let's say you go from 2 to 1. Then I'm going vertically. I've been doing the vertical in purple. I'm going to go vertically 2, but it's in a down direction. I'm going to go horizontally 3, but it's left. 2 negatives make a positive, so my answer is still positive 2/3. So I can either go positive, positive, or negative, negative. Either way, it comes up with the same slope. The slope is 2/3. All right, let's suppose that I had two ordered pair. I don't have a picture like I had been doing over here. I just have the dots as ordered pair. Well, here's the fancy way of saying how we're going to find slope. This is a Greek letter called delta. Delta y over delta x. Here's another fancy way. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. It just sounds super fancy. All you need to know is that the y's go on top, x's go on bottom, and we need to subtract. If we start with this ordered pair with the y's, then we have to, that's where we start. If we start with a 3 and go 3 minus 9, we have to start with the 8 and do 8 minus 2. If we start with the 9 and go 9 minus 3, then we have to start with the 2 and say 2 minus 8. So all this is saying is we're going to subtract, y's are going to be on top, and you have to start with the same ordered pair each time. So let's do 3 minus 9. So I'm going to start with this ordered pair. I'm going to start with my y number. Y is always second, so it's always x comma y. Y is second. So I'm going to say 3 minus 9. Since I started with the 3, I have to start with the 8. 8 minus 2. 3 minus 9 is a negative 6. 8 minus 2 is a positive 6. My slope is negative 1. So all you have to do is subtract. Subtract the y's, subtract the x's, get an answer. Sometimes it's going to be a whole number. Sometimes it's going to be a fraction. If you get an improper fraction, just leave it improper. We don't want to change it to mixed, but we want to simplify it if you can simplify it. Let's try this as our last example. I need to subtract my y's. So I can start with the 7 or I can start with the negative 4. Let's start with the 7. 7 minus negative 4. Now I want to subtract my x's. Since I started with the 7, I got to start with the 3. Negative 3 minus 10. So right here, two negatives make a positive. 7 plus 4 is 11. Negative 3 minus 10 is negative 13. Can't simplify it. I am done. That's my slope, 11 over negative 13. Your Google Classroom questions. Number 1 is this line, positive, negative, no slope or undefined. Question 2 is this line, positive, negative, no slope or undefined. And question 3, actually find the slope as a number. Maybe it's a fraction, maybe it's a whole number, maybe it's positive, maybe it's negative. But type in the actual number for the slope.